So this is a little bit more random and off the cuff, but there was a situation last night that irritated the hell out of me, so I figured I'd just use this as an opportunity to put my thoughts and feelings on certain situations out there. So I woke up last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning, cold as shit. The rain had been going non-stop. And I got up and decided to go and walk around for a little bit to get warm and get tired again. So I headed over to the 7-Eleven by my area and figured I'd go see the Grave employee, see if he had any food that he'd be willing to offer me, and then just to hang out and talk to him because he's a really cool, down-to-earth guy. And he sits and listens to my problems, similar to how I used to do for people when I worked for 7-Eleven. Anyways, while I'm there, some lady comes in and is screaming and yelling at him and throwing a huge fucking tantrum, whatever. And while that's going on, there's 2 younger kids in the back taking the opportunity to load up a backpack full of God knows what. I wasn't paying that well attention, but it was just oddball hygiene stuff, medical stuff, pills, Visine, Vicks Vapor Rub, sanitary wipes, and snacks and food, and just oddball things, whatever, it's irrelevant. But I look over at them and I'm like, come on guys, don't do that. Like, don't do that. And they continued to pile shit in their backpack. So I walked over to the clerk and I'm like, hey guy, you're being taken advantage of. These kids over here are loading up a backpack knowing that you're distracted with this person right here and all your attention's on her. So he goes over and tells them to leave, gets on the phone with the cops, of course. And the dude's sitting out front arguing with us. No, I wasn't trying to do anything. I was just hungry. I'm starving. And I've had to bite my tongue and fight the urge to scream and fucking yell at this dude for many reasons. But to start with, one, if you're hungry or homeless and hungry in the state of Washington in Pierce County specifically, you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking lazy or whatever. Like, something else is going on that is resulting in you being hungry, and it's through your choices, because there is the one thing that I can say for sure out here that I'm grateful for is you will never go hungry. There are food banks everywhere. There are meals served at damn near every church in the area. You can just go in on a specific day and get fed a nice warm meal. On top of that, most of the businesses out here hand out food at the end of the night to people, because everyone out here is a human being and don't really believe in putting profits before people. They'll do what they can throughout the day, run their business. If there's food left over that they know they probably can't make work for the next day, they hand it out to random people. So the 7-Eleven I go to is really good about giving food out to the homeless. They're not supposed to. Corporate's been getting on their butts about it because corporate doesn't like food being handed out. So anyways, so I go to the store pretty often to get some food when I can't quite afford it because it's just hard right now. And they're taking shit. So the issue that I have with that is that, A, being hungry is not a good enough excuse. You can get food no matter what. If you say I'm dirty and I need cleaning supplies, that I can understand. If you say, I need my feminine care stuff, I understand. There's a certain girl that used to come into my store pretty regularly and steal pregnancy tests and feminine hygiene supplies. And I would, just happen to be busy. It is what it is. Like, I'm a human being too, and I understand there's certain needs that need to be met. And I'm even willing to wiggle around some rules and regulations to make things happen, as long as you use your fucking mouth. If you walk into my store and say, hey, I've got some shit going on, can you help me? I'll gladly do what I can to help you. But if you just walk in like you fucking own the place and just start taking everything and anything under the sun just because you feel entitled to it because life isn't treating you well right now, get fucked, get bent, go away. You know what I mean? Like, just humble yourself a little bit. But anyways, so I tell the clerk, he tells these people to leave, and they go outside and they're not fucking off. They're hanging out front like what they did wasn't really a problem and whatever. So the clerk goes out and he's like, guys, you gotta go. Come on. Like, I'm not gonna bust your balls about taking the stuff and giving it back, whatever. Like, what's done is done. You're outside the door. It's out of my hands. But just go away. You were caught. You lost the game. Have a good day. Dude want to get argumentative. And I finally chimed in. And I'm like, just simply put, like, when you steal, everything for us goes up. All the prices go up. Fuck off. And you want to get all fucking hyphy with me. This fucking little scary little bitch over here. Don't know who he's messing with. Talk shit to the wrong person out here and get shot. It's like, homie, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know who you're messing with. You don't know what I've done, where I've been, and what I'm willing to do. I just got out of prison, and I don't fuck around. So, that's the thing that gets me. It's like, bro, I've learned the hard way that, like, when it comes to guns and shit, especially people who think that they're tough, if you say something about it, it usually means you're not going to do anything about it. And so that's kind of just like the sad reality. So all I did was just lift my shirt and just be like, and he got really quiet and left. Oh well, fuck around and find out. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, so getting to the, just to consolidate my thoughts and feelings, it's like corporate has been ignoring the fact that they give out food over here because for the most part it doesn't get out of hand. The homeless don't hang out too bad. There's a couple of people that hang around the store, but the general community knows who these people are and know that they're mentally unwell, severely mentally unwell, and there's just no place in the system for them, so they just exist. So there's a lot of oddball homeless people out here that have, in a positive way, been written off by the community in the sense that we don't really look at them the same as we do most of the other drug addicts and tweakers and homeless and so on and so forth. They get a pass because, as a general rule, they're the byproduct of Reagan's destruction of the mental health system back in the 80s. And so there's no institutions available for a lot of people, or the way in which you get enrolled in institutions is so tedious and covered with red tape that people are just underserved, basically. People who are so mentally unwell that they cannot care for themselves, but they can articulate themselves meaningfully enough to talk themselves out of being committed. That's basically what happens. A lot of the ones that are out here on the streets right now are people that are severely broken mentally and have no ability to actually care for themselves, but they know the questions that are asked to screen their mental health, and they know how to answer those questions in the right way to not get forced into involuntary commitment. That's this dude named Willie out here. He's one of them. I just had a conversation with him last night after the whole thieving incident. He's this old guy that's been out here since I was a kid, since I was in like middle school. Like, that's how long he's been out here homeless. It's the same thing. Most everyone in the community knows him, and they give him a pass. As a matter of fact, most of us look out for him. We always stop, like most of the people that live in the neighborhood stop by, give him food, give him hygiene stuff, give him a few bucks to get by, help him cash his government checks when they come in. That was what happened last week. Was he was trying to get to a hospital to get treated for an infection and then cash his check, and the cab driver denied him service because he was a disgusting homeless person, basically. So me and the store clerk chewed the cab driver out. I'm like, he's a fucking paying customer. He had cash in hand. It's not like he's trying to skip out on a ride on you. You're just being a judgmental prick. Anyways, yeah, to consolidate what I was saying, because I kind of tend to get lost in the weeds with my discussions and my talking. But yeah, corporate's getting mad, and they're going to get mad. And I just don't want all of us to lose out on the little bit of courtesy that we receive from these stores and these companies, because one or two bad apples who generally aren't even a part of the community, I've never seen these two before, come in and want to come up real quick and make sure that they're taken care of and not thinking bigger picture about everyone else around them. And that's, this kind of bridges into our current like societal issues with the rampant fucking petty theft. It's like there's all these selfish little kids taking for themselves, not thinking about the bigger picture. Like, yeah, I'm glad you're taken care of, but you're fucking everyone else in the process. I don't like going to Walmart and having to ask the people to open cases to get the things that I purchase regularly, especially with the way that I look. I already get judged for being a fucking tweaker pretty regularly. People already fucking give me the side eye and follow me around in stores when I walk around, so I don't need that extra. I don't. But anyways, like I said, so just the point is like I'm just going on a small rant about petty theft. Like, I'm not above stealing what I need, but I try to do it as little as humanly possible or not at all. And my most recent stint of homelessness, I haven't stolen a damn thing. I haven't done anything that I haven't had express permission for, except for a few small things. But the people whose toes I'm stepping on are government, so I don't really care. I'm not stepping on private citizens' individual rights or property rights or anything else. I'm stepping on business and or government property. And I don't see that as a crime at this point. But yeah, so everything I'm doing, even my camping and squatting, is for the most part above board. The shack that I'm building has either all been materials that I've purchased myself or salvage. And what I mean by salvage is that there's been multiple places now, but just going up to random businesses and things around my work and asking them for their scrap wood that they're throwing away. Like, I'll walk over, there's a store by my work, and I just literally walked up and said, hey, I see some 2x4s you guys have just leaning up against the wall. They're pretty dusty. Can I give you $1 for them? They're like, yeah, why not? Or can I just take them off your hands? So a lot of the materials for my shack has either been materials that I bought myself or stuff that I've salvaged with permission from the areas around me where I'm camping. Because I'm trying to do everything above board. Not only as a personal challenge that you can live gritty like this without being a criminal, but also just because, like, I'm 32 years old now, I think. 32? Yeah, 32. 32 years old, and I've gotten by my whole life using and abusing people. And I feel like that's really what's contributed to my current situation. And so, you know, like Trump said to the black community, you've done something for so long and it's netted you the same results. Why not try something different? Yup. So I'm trying something different. Trying to live a good life, a decent life. Just sucks because I had to sit here and swallow the pride and the frustration and the animosity and the bitter feelings that I get from watching other people live better, but knowing that they didn't do it through honest means and above board. And I'll just chug along. But anyways, I'm here at work.